Hey guys, Neil and A here, back with another video, and today reacting to Out with Dad Season 4, Part 1, where we're going to watch the first 10 episodes of this season in Part 1, and then the next next part will be of like 12 episodes, I think, 12 or 13, because there's 23 episodes, I think, or 22, around there, in this season. So yeah, I can't believe we're almost done, because we have this season and then the next season after that, and then we're done with the Out with Dad. If you guys like this reaction, remember, like, comment, subscribe to push on so you know when I upload next. Any comments, questions, concerns, anything you want me to react to, or any answers to the questions we may have asked in this video, please leave it in the comment section down below. Yeah, all available links will be in my description box, including my Patreon, which has videos I can't upload because of copyright. Yeah, and a lot more than that, so go check it out, and my schedule will be in my description box. This is the teaser for season 4. Dang. She's got eyes, I guess. She is. Oh no. Oh, oops. Oops, it's in I don't know what language it's in, but Czech. English. Maybe for the teaser it isn't. Hold on. We're gonna fix it for episode 1. I think just the teaser is like that. Make sure that it isn't. And check. Yeah, okay. Cool. Let's get into this, because I remember last episode she kissed
the beginning of the school year.
Rose kissed Vanessa at her party, and Claire saw it.
So, how was it?
Wait, I forget that it's 18.
Good, tasty.
Had to drink your first month at university.
Oh.
I feel like we haven't even seen each other since the school year started.
Dad, we live together.
Yes, and when is the last time we've sat down together?
Okay, you're right, I'm sorry. It's not bad. My brain feels a little overloaded. There's a lot to take in.
They're really throwing you right into it, eh?
They are. It's intense, like good intense, but I like it, I really do.
Good.
Do you remember your first month of university?
Oh, yes I do. I was miserable.
Miserable?
Well, your mom had just left for Scotland.
Oh, that's right. You and Mom were in a long-distance relationship your first year.
Yeah, I mean, I was used to her going back to Scotland or England for a few weeks at a time. She went most Christmases and sometimes in the summer, but this was different. This was almost a full year.
It sucks.
Yeah. She came home that Christmas, though. She brought her schoolmate with her, Bronwyn.
He seems to be talking about the mom
Yes,
a lot more.
All our friends thought it was a mistake. I mean, long-distance relationships usually don't survive through university. They don't even make it to Thanksgiving. But there was never any doubt between us.
I just can't imagine getting engaged at this age.
That's right. I was exactly your age. I turned 19 that Christmas. I remember, because I couldn't drink for my whole first semester like you are.
It's so weird.
What, not drinking?
No, getting engaged. I mean, I'm just starting university. I'm just now old enough to drink, legally, and I'm still trying to figure out who the heck I am. But here you were getting engaged at this age.
Well, don't think for a second that I had any idea who I was at 19.
I guess times were just different back then.
Not that different. I mean, getting married at 20 was still considered very young, even 20 years ago.
This is just blowing my mind. Like, I can't even imagine it. Like, I can't fathom that I could have known someone long enough or well enough to decide that I want to spend the rest of my life with her.
Well, you have to remember that we grew up together. We met in grade 2.
Oh,
What's wrong?
Just like you and Vanessa.
nothing. It's stupid.
No, come on, what?
That was the grade I was in when I met Vanessa.
I haven't heard you mention her in a while. You still think about her?
Always.
I often wonder if it would have been easier for you if you didn't have Mom and I as an example in love.
No, that's not it. Though I get where you're coming from. You always made it very clear that I should not place my expectations for love on you. That you and Mom were
We were
extraordinary circumstances.
Well, we were. It's just, people don't marry their high school sweethearts. It sets a very unrealistic expectation.
I know. You
That
seem
is
better
true.
this
People
year,
don't always marry
no?
their high school sweethearts.
Yeah?
Well, usually around my birthday, you're
Counseling is really helping.
good. I'm glad. What took you so
So
long?
it's been like a year
To start
past
counseling?
from season
Ah,
3
pride,
to 4.
stubbornness. I guess when your mom died, I had my own ideas of how I was supposed to grieve, how I was supposed to be a single father, what that meant. Those ideas didn't include taking care of myself. I guess I ignored my grief for so long that it started to become part of me. You know, you can't ignore it all the time, though. I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, that I did a pretty good job at keeping it to myself. I didn't want to burden others.
Sounds like
with the
she said
knowledge
no.
that I was hurting all the time. I mean, my parents and your other grandparents and Uncle Johnny, they all knew. They just played along. The bottom line is, I wasn't willing to listen to the good advice that people around me were offering.
Until Uncle Johnny twisted your arm to go into counseling, which was last year or 2 years ago?
3 years ago. I really embarrassed him with the way I handled Angela. He was pretty mad at me after the way I treated her.
Oh.
I messed up with her more than once.
So it's been 2 to 3 years?
It was at your birthday, the one she came to. That was the last straw.
Dad, I'm so sorry. I didn't even know. I guess I was just too self-involved in my own drama.
No, I didn't want you to know.
That was a big time jump
So-
then.
What happened? What did you do?
I put her in a very awkward situation again. And then I bailed on her. I hid in my room crying. And then when I came out, she was gone. Claire was gone. You were in your room hiding.
So I basically just left you hanging to deal with all that. Dad, I was such a bitch.
Hey, don't call yourself that.
Yeah, but what I did was totally selfish.
We were just both messed up that day.
It's kind of the worst birthday ever. Kind of glad we don't do birthdays anymore.
Oh, Rose. I don't have many regrets in my life, but I do have one. And I really wish that I had gotten help so much sooner. And then maybe, just maybe, birthdays would mean something different to you. They wouldn't have this weight.
Dad, I wish you wouldn't be so hard on yourself. I mean, it's not like I know the difference.
I guess.
No, I'm glad we did this. Just you and me, a couple of beers.
I'm glad. Happy birthday, Blossom.
Thanks, Dad.
Oh, don't be so hard on yourself, Dad. You did your best. In my opinion. Oh yeah, reconnecting with Alicia.
Alicia.
Her best friend's
Thank you
girlfriend.
so much for messaging me.
Of course. I just wish I could have connected sooner. I mean, I know how intimidating the first few weeks of university can be. So, how is it?
Good. I'm glad all the welcome to stuff is over with. Down to classes and real university type stuff, you know?
It's like that every year.
So, which way do you want to go? Okay, so,
First month. Little overwhelming.
yep. I'm tired of everybody asking me to sign up for every club. And the frosh games, ugh.
Well, exactly.
I've just basically tuned them all out.
I knew you'd feel that way.
Am I that predictable?
Well, I'm not saying it as a bad thing. I just know you like to keep your own company. There's nothing wrong with that.
I am trying to get out of my shell, but I am an introvert at heart.
Do you know what the actual definition of an introvert is?
Someone who derives energy from solitude, as opposed to the extrovert who derives energy from being around others.
Nice. Most people don't know that. They just think being an introvert means you're quiet.
Yep, and it just so happens that I am quiet also.
I wouldn't think of you that way. I mean, maybe before I met you, but anyone who gets to know you wouldn't say you're quiet.
Never thought about that before.
Okay, so I haven't joined every club here, but they do have a pretty amazing GSA. And since we weren't allowed to have one at high school, I joined right away. So you should join too. Just please.
She is such a great
Can you
friend.
consider it?
Look,
She's a
I
great
don't
friend.
want to put a label on myself again. University is a fresh start. I'm just plain Rose here. I don't want to be Rose the lesbian anymore.
What? Attending a GSA doesn't mean you're Rose the anything. I go. I'm still pretty straight.
Touche?
Okay, just please come with me to the next
She has a
meeting.
good point, though. I'm not gonna lie. She has a good
So
point.
bad. Oh, and Morgan, the trans guy, he goes.
Oh. Okay, well, maybe. I'll go if I can sit in the back and not say anything.
Deal.
So, speaking of high school, do you still keep in touch with anybody else?
No.
She broke up with him? Or they broke up?
Okay, one person, but like not a lot, just mostly online a little.
Claire?
Vanessa?
Yes.
I still kind of hate myself for what happened.
You shouldn't.
That's debatable. Oh, hold
Oh, wait, Claire. She just said Claire.
crap.
Don't remember that for a
I have no
second.
sense of time. I have a class now. I'm really sorry. Walk with me?
Sure. Okay, burning question. What about Vanessa?
She's.
That's what I want to know.
You know, I'm actually in a really good mood right now. Can we not talk about that?
It's complicated.
Sorry.
No, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Sorry. It's really sorry. Like, that was a lot of sorries.
You can tell we're Canadian. So, are you seeing anyone?
Yeah, actually, there's this gentleman in my life. He works at the Jersey Giant, you know, over in front.
Oh, yeah, I know it. I was just there with my dad.
Oh, coincidence. What about you? Anyone special in your life?
God, no. I have no interest in dating. The concept stresses me out.
What stresses you out?
Okay, how do I explain? Okay, so for you, you'd say you see a guy. Chances are he's probably straight. And that's easy. Insert romantic scenario for two.
That's
But for
true.
me,
You don't know
it's rare.
who's.
You see a girl,
Okay.
and then you have to assess whether or not she's gay.
Well, more like I'm not even gonna bother assessing because any scenario that would come of it would be a thing. There would be judgment. There'd be
You gotta-
people looking.
You gotta
Right.
put yourself out there sometimes,
Privileged
though.
hetero girl here sorry. So just going on a date, that's making a statement?
Holding hands is a statement.
Pardon my naivete, but is it really?
I'm probably making something out of nothing, but like, I recognize that we live in one of the most gay-friendly cities in the world, but I have spent my entire life trying to do everything I can to not draw attention to myself.
Right. And we're back to the introverted thing again.
Yes, and that was the thing about Claire. Like, she didn't give a flying flock of furry flamingos about what other people thought.
No, she is fearless.
God, I'm such a jackass. I wish I had the chance to apologize to her.
Well, why don't you? I mean, you could clearly use some closure.
Meh. What am I gonna do? Call her? Facebook message her? Hey, sorry about the shenanigans so many years ago.
Well, she's gonna be home for Thanksgiving. Why don't you just meet up then?
She spent the last 3 years hating me. I don't think she's gonna want to go
3
for
years.
coffee.
Okay.
Well,
Got a definitive
I'm
answer.
surprised.
This is me.
Drinks next week?
Yes, absolutely. And we'll pick a time when I don't have to bail on you after 5 minutes.
It's fine, really. I should probably go to the library. Okay. How about Jersey Giant next Thursday?
Yes, and I can meet your new guy.
I like that.
Cool.
Rose, don't be so hard on yourself.
Thanks.
I like Alicia. She's such a great friend.
You know, I really wish you wouldn't make such a big deal out of it.
I'm not making a big deal. I'm just really glad you decided to join me. We don't do this often enough.
I know, you've said that like a million times. Oh,
Anything important?
just Alicia.
How's she doing?
She's good. We've actually hung out a lot since school started.
Good. That's not us yet.
No,
Are she and Kenny still a thing?
nah. She's actually seeing some new guy. I haven't met him yet.
How about you and Kenny?
You know, I've been meaning to call him. I just haven't gotten around to it lately.
Yeah, what happened to
I
Kenny?
should. But
What is he
he's good,
doing?
though.
What's he up to? College? University?
No, neither. I have no idea what he's up to. I mean, he's so different from Alicia. She's doing a double major in political science and business economics.
Oh, wow.
Something. Something impossible. Two impossible things at the same time.
Wow.
Yeah, she's pretty amazing.
Pretty amazing.
She's straight.
I know.
Just shut up.
Well, she is pretty.
I am abundantly aware of this. You know, I can't believe out of all the people from high school, Alicia Van Haren is the one person I keep in touch with regularly.
Well, it's typical.
It is, eh?
Yeah. I mean, usually high school relationships, couples, they break up and friends go their different ways, but there's exceptions. Those are the exceptions.
You know, she still keeps in touch with Claire.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's weird.
You know, Alicia reminds me of Valerie, the woman I used to date.
When I was younger.
Yeah, yeah. Well, she graduated with 2 big majors as well and entered the workforce in a high-level management position.
Cool. It's nice to hear success stories of women in the workplace.
She was a force to be reckoned with.
So, what happened with you two? You never told me. Is it too personal?
No. Yeah. It's something I decided I never wanted to share with you.
Well, now you kind of have to.
Okay, so we'd been dating almost 2 years, over 2 years. Her career was taking off, and I was just starting my freelance career. We were serious, despite the fact that we were in very different places in our lives. I mean, she was a career woman, and I was a young, self-employed father.
And becoming a mom or stepmom was something she just wasn't ready for?
No. Well, actually, maybe. You know, I don't know. I mean, that never really factored into our time together. Just didn't really come up in conversation.
Not even in 2 years?
Not really.
Did I ever meet her?
Yes. She was so uneasy. She was intimidated, which for her is like,
Speaking of uneasy,
it does say clothing optional, you know.
Dad, I hate to break this to you, but I don't like penises. How about we choose a penis-free option?
Wait, that wasn't. Oh, okay. Oh. Took me a little bit to figure out what that meant. It's like clothing optional.
Well, that was the advice my dad always gave me. He said, don't baby-proof the house right away. You can worry about that stuff later. But for Valerie, it would have meant starting parenting at age 7 or 8 or however old you were at that point. And then you broke your arm, remember?
Of course. I was with Uncle Johnny when it happened.
Yes, and I was with Valerie.
Oh no. I know where this is going.
Do you?
Yep. You felt an overwhelming sense of guilt for not being there.
When I got to the hospital and I saw you, and I saw the dried tears on your face, I was crushed. I should have been there to hold you while they had to set the bone.
Oh, I still remember that sound.
That whole thing just kind of changed my relationship with Valerie.
Dad.
But
Her
you still need to
reaction
be
was not
happy.
I think that just made her realize how much of a responsibility being a parent is. Or it made her realize where my priorities are. Our relationship just kind of fizzled after that.
I get that, but he still needs to, you know, have relationships of his own as a dad.
What?
Dad, you keep using me as an excuse.
For what?
For what we've been talking about. You and dating and putting yourself out there.
Those are my choices,
Oh,
okay?
you keep saying that, all right? I get it. You don't want me to feel guilty for the choices that you've made. Well, I do, a little bit. And so what? I'm fine with it. Make it up to me. Put yourself out there. Or are you on some holding pattern until I start dating again? Because you might be waiting a while.
Rose, I don't want to put this pressure
Oh,
on you.
Dad, this isn't about me. I'm worried about you. I'm growing up, and yes, we don't spend as much time together as we used to, but like, for crying out loud, I want you to...
Get a life?
I don't know. I don't know.
Have you calmed down yet?
Sorry I overreacted.
It's okay. I get it. You're worried about me.
I am.
You don't need to be.
Well, I am. So have you seen her since?
Valerie? Once. It was weird.
When?
Earlier this year. At a convenience store of all places.
A convenience store.
Yeah.
How was it?
It's kind of boring, actually.
Boring?
Yeah. I mean, we just talked about boring stuff, you know? How's the weather? Oh, will this winter ever end? Will they ever fix the TTC? You know, same old, same old.
Kind of a letdown.
Well, yes and no. I mean, it was boring. But it was also kind of freeing.
Freeing?
Yeah. I mean, I would think about her all the time. play these stupid what-if games. But now, I don't care anymore. It's all poof, gone.
I get the what if thing.
Vanessa?
No, Claire. I tried talking to Vanessa. We all know how that ended. Claire and I just never resolved things. We just carried on through high school and barely spoke to each other for like 3 years. Now I regret that. And Alicia's been trying to get me to reconnect with her.
Maybe you should.
Like I said to her, what am I gonna do? Call her? Text her randomly?
I mean, it wouldn't hurt
I didn't
if you
have
really
courage.
regret something.
I just got lucky. I ran into Valerie. I also got lucky that I got the closure I was looking for. If you talk to Claire, you might not get that. So just whatever happens.
Right. Be prepared for disappointment.
Yeah.
Good advice. I probably won't.
Rose, about Vanessa.
I don't want to talk about her.
Okay, fine. But just consider that there might be more to Vanessa's story than you know.
What? What do you mean? How would you know that? What does he mean by that? Like, I mean, I know Vanessa's story from seeing it, but like, what do you mean? How would you know that?
Rose Miller?
Owen Brett? Oh my god!
It is you.
Oh, this is so crazy.
Do you mind if I join?
Absolutely. Here, let me get this stuff out of the way. Oh, how long has it been?
5, 6 years?
Yes, 6 years. Dude, we haven't spoken since you started high school.
Well, we're on Facebook.
Yes, but we don't really like.
Yeah, we don't really talk on there, I guess. I feel like I know what's going on in your life, though.
True. Like, holy crap, you drove across Canada by yourself.
It was amazing.
This is embarrassing, but neither me nor my dad have been outside of the province of Ontario in our lifetime.
Oh, how is the old man?
Good. Really good. Kind of weird, though, now that his little Blossom has started university.
Little Blossom, is he still calling you that?
Just Blossom now.
That's adorable. So you go here?
Yeah, just around the corner.
Me too.
No way, what are you taking?
Nothing exciting, just some business courses. I don't really know what I want to do yet. What about you?
Journalism.
Really, I'm a little surprised.
Yeah?
Yeah, I hadn't taken you for that.
I guess I'm more interested in finding out how the media works than just having a lot to say. Does that make any sense?
Guess.
Yeah.
I'm still kind of figuring out that part, but I know that this is the right fit for me.
Good for you. At least you have a vision for yourself.
So wait, you're still trying to figure yourself out in third year?
No. First year, I just started. I took a year off after high school to find myself in Europe, and then I took a year to recover. That's when I did Canada.
And you're still trying to find yourself?
I don't know. It'll come.
My dad suggested I take some time after school to travel. It was something he never got to do.
Why didn't you?
I guess I was just so happy to be out of high school, especially after that victory lap, that I just kind of wanted to dive right in, you know?
Victory lap by choice?
I absolutely did not want to stick around for an extra year, but my grades were not great. Whatever, it's done, it's over, and high school is but a distant nightmare.
I was the exact opposite. I was totally copacetic in high school. I had no intention of going anywhere. I even did the victory lap just for the hell of it.
Lucky you.
Yeah, it's just one of those 1 in a million kids who actually enjoyed high school. Mind you, I didn't go to Catholic school. How was the old St. Mickey G?
Great. I loved it.
Did you really?
I guess the silver lining is you went to the same school as Vanessa. She's a good Catholic girl, right? You still keep in touch?
No.
I thought that she would have gone to the same school.
She did, but just for grade 9 and 10.
Oh, that's too bad. You two were inseparable.
So do you really want to know the truth?
Do I really want to know the truth?
Okay, here goes. So near the end of grade 10, I finally confessed my love to her, which I totally believed was mutual. Well, she doesn't take too kindly to this and decides that we're not friends anymore. She claims it's because of her parents, so we spend the rest of grade 10 not really talking to each other. We never saw each other that whole summer, and grade 11 was awkward plus. So flash forward to my birthday. Oh, yes, and you should note that at this point I'm dating this super amazing girl named Claire who just happens to change my whole fucking life for the better. So anyways, she, Vanessa, shows up at my door. Oh, and this is after she scared the living crap out of me, her dad, my dad, and the entire school after running away without a word. But really, who cares about anyone else's feelings anyways, right? So she decides to make a splash and crash my birthday and to admit her love for me. We kiss, it's magical, and inconveniently enough, Claire watches the whole thing go down. And you know what's crazy? I actually wish I could say the story didn't end there, but it kinda did. Vanessa backed away and left, and then I didn't speak to her after that. Not for lack of trying. I did see her at school, and about 2 weeks later, she turned 16 and dropped out. And I have no idea what she's doing these days.
Oh.
Holy.
Yeah. Oh, and yes, I'm gay.
That was a lot to drop on somebody.
This series is funded by fans like you.
But that was a good...
This series is funded by fans like you.
That was a good summary. Because, like, some of that I didn't even know happened. Because it didn't show it.
You know, the fire's way too big to roast that yet.
I know, I'm just getting it ready.
You gotta wait till it's just embers.
Yeah, Dad, I know.
Because you're gonna burn it.
Dad? Shut up. You know, you've trained me well in the art of roasting marshmallows, Sensei.
Well, if there's one thing I can't stand, it's when people
Burn marshmallows on purpose. You know, some people swear that that's the best way to do it, which I know is blasphemy.
Blasphemy, right?
I like to make the perfect marshmallow.
That's actually how Vanessa liked her marshmallows.
Dan, you're so in love with Vanessa.
Well, she didn't know what she was missing.
She did. I would roast her marshmallow for her properly. And share. I miss those days.
She's been on your mind a lot lately, hasn't she?
She keeps coming up. Everybody wants to know what happened.
What did happen? And why have you not talked to me about it before?
I just don't like thinking about it. And you know what happened. You know as well as I do.
You've been mum on this subject, Vanessa, for 3 years. Why now? What's changed?
I don't know. I started venting about it last week and
It felt good?
yeah. And I guess being up here in Muskoka, it's just reminded me about those summers I spent up at the LeMay cottage. We had the best times. That was back when everything was still... You know, I don't want to use the word innocent because it just sounds so cheesy, but that's what we were. We were both still innocent. That was before I was out, even to myself. You know, there's one day in particular that I think about often. It must have been May 24, and we were at Woodbine Beach together. The park was packed with people. Everyone was waiting for the fireworks. Remember the sun was setting? Golden orange. And then fireworks. Everything was just perfect. The reason I remember that day so specifically and so often is because I didn't realize it at the time, but that was the last perfect day. The last day when everything was still. Before everything got complicated.
Have you ever wanted to kiss a girl?
And the next day,
No.
Well, maybe we should. Just, you know, see.
then there was conflict.
Vanessa, is something wrong?
Just leave me alone, okay?
She was technically the first person I ever came out to. And then I lost her as a friend.
I can't love you.
My best friend in the whole world turned her back on me. What I wouldn't give to just go back to the way that it was before I screwed everything up. People wonder why I don't want to advertise the fact that I'm gay. Well, it's kind of because of her.
Wow. That's deep.
I lost my best friend in the whole world because I'm gay. I hate that I'm this way.
Come on,
Dad, I know what you're gonna say.
just. So what? You came out to someone and it didn't go well. That's true for a lot of people.
Yeah, but it changed
It
everything.
was the first person she came out to.
Yeah.
And sometimes the first person you come out to shapes how you
Think
think
about what you've gained.
going forward. Sometimes
worry about you,
some
Rose.
people is that way.
How quiet you were. But now, you are a strong, confident woman. A woman who can be honest with herself and others. The Rose back in the closet never would have stood up to a bully the way you did. Or written an article that got published in a national newspaper at the age of 16. Thousands of people read about your school's unjust position on that GSA.
That's a good that did.
That's actually really good.
You were able to tell the world what was wrong and what was right. I was on the subway and I saw people reading your words. And this year, your high school, they got their first GSA.
Wow. Okay. That's
You're a
progressive.
member of a community.
Or progressing.
You didn't even know you were
Sorry,
part
not
of.
progressive. Progressing
You
in the
are a
right
role
direction.
model.
None of this changes the fact that Vanessa is not a part of my life.
Yeah. But are you saying that you would trade all of your accomplishments if it meant that?
No, I mean, of course not. I just miss her, that's all.
My school had a GSA,
I know.
but I didn't go to it because it was
I
after
don't know
school,
why
and
haven't
I
talked about
couldn't
it
stay
after
after
all these
school.
years. But it feels
Sadly.
And none of this changes the fact that I really.
If it went on
Like
during like
Maker's Moors.
advisement, I would go.
Well, let's be honest.
But
Did anything
unfortunately, I
wrong?
couldn't go.
Shall we?
Yes. Let's.
Elephants in the Room with
This
Alicia.
series is funded by fans like you.
It was really great chatting with you, Claire, but I have to wrap it up. I have, Thanksgiving. Have you figured out if you can come home yet?
I don't know if I can afford it. No, I'd like to. I really would. It just depends on if I get enough hours, and the longer I wait.
The more expensive the flight.
Exactly. So, doesn't look like it'll be happening anytime soon.
Sorry, love, I really have to go. But it'll all work out. If we don't do Friendsgiving, then we'll figure it out for Christmas. Or New Year's.
I'll let you know. Later, skater.
Okay, bye, love. Hey.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Where's my coffee?
You said you didn't want one.
Just kidding.
Who were you talking to? Were you video chatting?
Claire.
Oh. Cool.
Is that weird for you?
Yes. But what's actually more freaky and coincidental is that I was just talking to Kenny, coincidentally, online right before coming here.
Y'all both are
Coincidentally.
asking.
It's
Y'all both
cool.
are talking to each other's exes. Whatever happened between her and Kenny?
So it seems like there's this elephant in the room.
More like two elephants, one named Kenny and one named Claire.
Yeah, I meant to ask you about him a while back, actually.
Yeah, it's weird.
So, how is he?
It's good. I mean, I don't really see him all that much anymore. Actually, you know, I don't really see him at all anymore. And we weren't really chatting. I had liked a picture he posted, and it was a really stupid picture.
Uh-huh. What? I'm just like sad to say, but I'm not surprised.
That is very interesting. So, why did the two of you break up? I mean, Kenny just said that you guys drifted apart, but what was it really?
That's it. We just drifted.
Okay,
He was
drifted,
so.
but why did you drift?
Why did the two of you drift?
Ah, okay, so it's the same reason, more or less.
More or less. I mean, it wasn't the central reason, but I mean, he does partake an awful lot.
To put it mildly.
Oh, and rarely was it mild.
No.
I mean, I don't even think it's a bad thing. But I mean, actually, we should just legalize it.
Oh yeah, tax the heck out of it.
But I mean, it's not for me.
Oh, same, but I don't even mind being around it.
Yeah, but it's strange how neither of us are friends with him anymore.
Well, there is that fact that he can't put down the game controller long enough to...
Shower?
Oh no, not around you. Come on, Kenny.
Yeah, I mean, nothing happened really. It was that he wanted to spend more, that he cared less about me and just kind of drifted apart. I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't even notice. It was the most undramatic breakup ever.
Well, take it from me, those can be the best
He
kind.
seems so like.
I'm sure. Oh my god,
I
I'm
don't
sorry.
know.
Hey, at least I'm
Are they
efficient. I managed
saying,
to do
like-
2 breakups at the same
Okay,
time.
I get what they're saying
Yay
now.
me.
I'm like, it took me a minute.
So
I'm
hard
like,
on
wait, what?
yourself.
Partake.
I'm fine
Okay,
with it
I
now,
get it.
Actually.
And Claire, she was really hard on herself too.
Claire was?
Yeah, she blamed herself completely.
What? That's crazy. The only person who deserves any blame
No,
is
I
me.
told Claire back then too. It's like, you shouldn't blame anyone. It was just a mess of happenstance and cluster fudge of just bad timing.
Well, thank you. That's nice to hear, but why would she blame herself? I mean,
When we're teenagers, everything is more dramatic. Everything is
That is
heightened.
true.
And I'm the center of the universe, so of course for her, it was all about her. And it took her a long time for her to forgive herself and then let herself be mad at you.
which is fair enough. You know, this actually makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. I mean, right when it happened, we were, I guess, cool afterwards, like weirdly cool, but then we just sort of steered clear of each other.
Yeah, I mean, it was a long road for her. Slow recovery.
So,
How is she? I mean, yeah, she's doing well. She's out west.
oh, okay.
Yeah, for school, for university, and she's taking all the classes you'd expect. I mean, feminist analysis of media, women's history, no real surprises.
Good for her. Guess she really is gonna change the world for the better, isn't she?
She is that same energy and passion that she always had, and hasn't really changed much at all.
Well, that's good to hear. You know, I Facebook stalk her every now and again, but her privacy setting is set pretty high. There's this profile picture of her with a girl who's got short
Alex. Yep. They met last summer and they live in residence together. What I've heard from her about her, I mean, she seems pretty cool. She's studying to be a musician, a composer actually.
Wow, good for her.
Yeah. I mean, they've only been dating a couple months, but they're already talking about love and forever.
The U-Haul effect. It's a lesbian joke.
Okay. And Kenny, what about him? Is he seeing anyone?
No. Well, at least I don't think so. I mean, that would require him to have to put down the game controller and leave the house.
Right. Stupid question.
Yes, very stupid question. You know, it's weird. I actually feel really open with you right now. Well, not open, that's not what I'm trying to say.
We cleared the air. We just got rid of all the elephants.
We can speak freely in front of each other, no censorship. It's kind of nice. Okay, we literally just said no censorship.
Right.
What?
Fine. I really think you and Claire should see each other. I know the two of you need to clear the air. I don't know when she's going to be in Toronto next, but you should.
I don't know, Alicia.
Just think about it. I think it'd be good for you. There's a lot unanswered between you two.
Yeah, you guys got a lot to talk about. Give you guys both closure. I mean, if you really, really want it, don't do it because you are saying
This
people are saying that
series
it's good
is
for you.
funded by fans like you.
My ears are ringing.
Mine too.
I hate the club scene.
I'm sorry. Thanks for coming out with me. Your wingman skills leave a lot to be desired, though.
Sorry, I don't know what I'm doing.
At least I had more fun than my date last week.
Oh yeah, the online girl?
Awful.
What happened?
The look on her face when she saw my wheelchair. Turns out, she didn't read my whole profile.
Dude.
It's not the first time that's happened. At least she had the decency to say sorry on the way out.
You're joking.
That's why online dating's so frustrating.
Online dating is definitely not for me.
You don't need it.
I don't want it. Hey, wait a minute, what are you trying to say?
I wonder why that bothers
A
people.
hot young thing like you.
Like, it
I
doesn't
bet
bother
guys
me.
and girls come and hit on you all the time.
Yeah, right. Guys never hit on me. Neither do girls, really.
That's BS, and you know it. Tonight, you had plenty of guys and girls hitting on you.
No, they weren't.
It was as if you were sending out a signal that you're single and ready for taking.
That didn't happen.
What about the gorgeous overdressed guy? He was scoping out your body the whole time. He wouldn't leave you alone.
No, that guy, he's in my ethics class. We were just discussing...
He wanted in your pants.
Seriously, we were just talking about ethics.
One does not simply talk ethics in a noisy bar.
That
His
is true.
dark intentions were guarded by more than his charm. There is an evil there that does want to sleep with you. His watchful eye was forever on your feminine form. His heart is a barren wasteland, the very air you breathe.
Okay, I got it, Gandalf.
Oh, Boromir.
Boromir, fine, sorry. Well, what about you? You were having some luck.
What do you mean?
What about that hot little number that was all over you?
Her? She was hot, all right, but it wasn't real.
You were practically making out. How was that not real?
She was kissing... She wasn't kissing me. She was kissing a guy with no consequences.
Oh,
It's fun in the moment, but it's empty.
shit.
That's what I like about online dating. You can weed out girls like her.
There's gotta be another way.
I don't know. Blind dates?
Have you ever been set up on one?
No.
I must know someone.
I'm up for it on one condition.
What?
Quid pro quo.
Quid pro. No, 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 no.
Come on. You say you haven't dated anyone for 3 years? That's too long to be lamenting a breakup. It's pathetic.
Okay, but what happened was.
Yeah.
like this-
Sad story. Get over it. Unless you're into that girl from tonight.
Which girl?
The one that was talking to you for like the last hour. The girl with the shaved head? She was chatting with you for a while.
We were having a really good conversation.
She wouldn't pull herself away from you.
Yeah, I don't even think she was gay.
Are you kidding me? She laughed at everything you said.
I was hilarious tonight.
The unnecessary touching.
She was just being friendly.
She gave you her phone number.
Huh.
She was into you. Text her.
What?
Text her.
Text her about what?
Tell her you want to see her.
I don't want to see her.
You don't want to see her, or you don't want to go on a date, period.
Not answering.
Text her.
And say what? I mean, how do you even ask someone out on a date in a text?
So you admit it. You do want to go on a date.
I'm not admitting anything.
What have you got to lose? I rest my case. Text her.
I'm not. Oh! She's perfect. Not shaved head girl. I just thought of someone that I could set you up with on a blind date. She's perfect. I can't believe I didn't even think of her right away. She's in my ethics class, funny enough.
Let's see some pics.
No, you don't get to be all judgy ahead of time.
Come on.
Okay, she's cute, all right? Just trust me. Please?
I'll agree to go out with ethics girl if you agree to text shaved head girl.
Okay, this is not You'll agree to meet her.
If you take your phone out right now and start typing.
Hey! Oh. I don't even know her name. And she didn't put it in my phone. Who doesn't put it in their phone?
Just, hey cutie, hey beautiful.
Hey, you. It's me, Rose. We just met. Now what?
Ask her if she's a wine or a beer or coffee girl.
Oh, I hate coffee. Tea. I'll invite her out for tea.
Yeah, I guess that could work.
Would you care to join me for tea next week? Question mark. It would be nice to get to know you more.
Add XO to the end.
I'm not adding XO at the end.
Fine. Read it out loud.
Hey you, it's me, Rose. We just met. Would you care to join me for tea next wink? Wink? Week. Would you care to join me for tea next week? It would be nice to get to know you more. Cheers, Rose.
I approve. Hit send.
Send. That's.
Do you even have a gaydar?
Yeah, me and Gaydar, that's not a thing.
This series is funded by fans like you.
Have you ever wanted to kiss a girl?
No. Well,
Counseling Vanessa.
no.
Well, maybe we should. Just, see.
You can't just kiss me one day and then shrug me off the next. Just too much.
Rose, you have to understand.
And you called me
scared. Don't you get it? My parents will disown me. My parents will disown me.
Well, then what are you?
I don't know. I just want to be happy. Clearly, I can't be living here with you.
Counselor's office, this is Madeline.
Hello. Yeah, my name is Stephen. Our family doctor referred me to you. My daughter. Well, what's about my daughter? I'm concerned.
Hi, Stephen. Tell me about your daughter. What are your concerns?
Well, last month she ran away from home. She's back now, but she's not the same. I guess she hasn't been for a while now.
Okay, in what way?
She's been removed, quiet, distant. She won't talk about what happened to her.
Did something specific happen to her? Do you know?
Thank you for agreeing to see me, Vanessa.
But no, she hasn't said a word. But I suspect yes.
Your father tells me this is your first time ever seeing a counselor. Is that true? This can all seem very intimidating sometimes, doesn't it? I want you to know it doesn't have to be. This is your time. We get to spend it however you want. Whatever makes you feel comfortable. You're always in control here. You should know that. As well, anything you talk about will stay between us unless you tell me otherwise. It's really important you know that, okay? I know this was your parents' idea, right?
It's my dad's.
So what made you agree to go through with it then?
I just thought it sounded like a good idea, I guess.
Why?
I don't know. I don't want to talk about it. But it is all that I think about.
By it, do you mean what happened when you were gone? Okay, what makes you think about it?
I think about it always. When I get up, when I go to sleep, when I eat breakfast, when I shower.
At school?
Yeah, but I don't really go to school anymore.
Oh, really, why?
It's just too much.
Do you feel better now you're not going to school anymore?
I guess so. Not about it, but I don't have to deal with that stress anymore.
Has school always been stressful?
No, like normal stress, yeah, but
Like homework, studying?
yeah, but this.
What's different now?
The people. There were too many of them. I felt like I couldn't get my heart to slow down. Like I was scared of everyone. I just wanted to shrink into nothing.
That sounds really scary. Do you know what you were afraid of?
I was just afraid. Not of like anything at all. I was just afraid. After a week, I couldn't take it. I convinced my dad to let me stay home for a day, and I haven't been back since.
Yeah, it all sounds pretty tough. I can understand why you don't want to go back to school. So what do you do with your time now then, though?
Nothing. Just sit around alone.
Do you like being alone?
Sort of. It's just that everyone is so obsessed with how I'm doing.
I can only imagine just how tiring that must be.
Yeah, I I just want everyone to leave me alone and just let me deal with it.
Are you dealing with it, Vanessa?
Well, I'm here, right?
That's really good.
This series is funded by fans like you.
2 more episodes.
Hey, Blossom.
Hey, Dad.
You're home later than expected.
Yeah, I guess. So.
You go.
No. You go.
All right. Remember a few weeks ago when I was telling you about bumping into Valerie?
Yeah, like a convenience store or something, right?
Yeah. Well, I kind of bumped into her again.
No way. When?
I was near City Hall. You know, I stopped to take a photo of that big Toronto sign that everyone else was doing.
Nathan?
Valerie? How are you? It was awkward.
Are you all dating again?
But then the awkwardness just kind of went away.
Wow. You haven't aged a bit.
We saw each other. It was last year, year before.
That was really...
Yeah, I wasn't myself that day. I'm sorry.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
Do you want to get a coffee?
I don't know what I was saying. It was like I was on autopilot.
Ted, that's awesome.
She said...
I'd like to, actually, but I'm on my way to do something.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm going west on the TTC, or which way are you going?
I go west.
Okay.
Not exactly the direction I was going, but I went with her anyways. Anyway, the whole thing, it just kind of rekindled old feelings.
Dad, that's so cool.
A lot of memories resurfaced.
So you gonna call her?
Well, I kind of wanted to ask you about that. I mean, this woman, she, in a slightly different world, she could be your stepmom.
Oh, come on, Dad. Call her. I really think you should call her.
You don't think it'll be weird for you?
Jeez, Dad, I'm a grown-up. You don't have to ask. Honestly, you should. I hate that you're... Don't say alone.
Alone?
Oh, never mind. That's not what I was gonna say, liar. That's not what I meant to say. But yeah, you should. For the love of God, call her.
Okay, I will.
Good. Okay, so you wanted to talk to him about Shaved Head Girl. Right, so how does one segue from Dad's dating life to mine?
Oh, you were gonna tell me something too.
Yes, I was. And yet, I'm chicken, so I need you to pull it out of me.
Well, what is it?
A little more, please.
What is it? Come on, just spit it out.
Thank you. I met a girl.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know anything about her, and actually, I don't even know her name.
Huh.
But she seemed kind of nice, and she seemed weirdly into me.
Weird? Why is that weird?
It just is.
Okay.
So I texted her, but she hasn't texted me back.
Oh.
Owen said I should text her again because maybe I texted too soon right out the gate, which is annoying because he was the
Wait,
one.
who's Owen?
Owen. Owen. You know Owen.
Wheelchair Owen?
Don't call him Wheelchair Owen. Yeah, Owen.
Huh. When did he come back into her life? Why don't I know this? What else don't I know? You are losing her, Nathan. I mean, you knew this would happen, but she is growing up and you are one step away from being an empty nester, and soon you won't even know who she is.
Right, so anyways.
Right. She was gonna tell you about a girl. You were telling me about a girl.
Yeah, so what should I do? Should I text her again?
Well, you're into her, right?
Maybe. I just don't really know if she's my type. I have a type.
You have a type?
I just don't really know anything about her. I mean, she was really forward when we met. And I texted her and she hasn't texted me back. And that was like a week ago, so I guess I just don't know what's up. And I kind of like the feeling of being wanted. It's her.
It's her?
It's her.
Well, answer it.
Answer it! Hello?
Hi, Rose.
Hey! Hey, how's it going? How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I got your message. I'm sorry I didn't get back to you. Everything's been really crazy, and then I meant to message you back, and it took too long, and then I couldn't get the wording right, so I'm just calling. So I hope that's not too much.
Yeah, sure. No, I totally get it. No problem. But thanks. Really, seriously. Right on.
Live like really close to the science center, and I'm a huge nerd. So I was wondering, when was the last time you went to the science center?
When I was a little kid, I think grade 6, maybe?
So would you like to go with me?
Don't think, just go with it. Yeah, sure. Sounds cool. I'm totally in.
That's not too weird, is it?
No, it's a great idea. I'm totally in.
Okay, when are you free?
Well, I don't have class on Friday afternoon.
Better not to go on a weekend anyway.
Yeah, no. Oh, her name. Oh, this is gonna sound kind of awkward, but I never got your name. Oh, nice. Cool. Yep, Friday afternoon. Yeah, I'll meet you at the escalator. Okay, great. See you then. Bye.
Well?
Why'd you look so sad when she asked?
I'm going to meet her at the science center.
What's her name?
Science. Cool. What a neat idea. What?
Her name. It's...
Don't say it's Vanessa.
What is it?
Vanessa.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Oh my gosh, I love that. Oh, no.
Oh God. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. That's funny.
Yo, this outro.
Funny.
Oh, yes it is.
It's really funny. It's really funny.
Oh my God.
Counseling
This series is funded
session.
by fans like you.
Last episode. Counseling Vanessa.
Hey, sorry I missed last week's appointment.
You come consistently every single week. Plus, becoming an aunt, pretty big deal. So is a boy or a girl?
A boy. They named him Oliver, but they're gonna call him Ollie.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah. I got to hold him when he was only 3 hours old. He's the youngest person I've ever met.
Sounds like it's made you really happy.
Yeah. I've seen him every day this week.
How's your dad? Happy to be a grandfather?
I've never seen him so adorable. And even Jacob's not that grumpy. And
So their family's
Well,
mending
my
and
mom
coming
is.
together.
What about your mom?
it's just being her.
Oh, so the
You know,
mom's still not
Vanessa,
on board
I've noticed all this
with
time that
anything.
you've rarely mentioned her. I'm wondering why that is.
Because I can't even talk about my mom without getting angry. She is the reason for almost everything that's bad in my life.
Can you give me some examples?
Well, she is the reason that Jacob practically hates me. And she is the reason Matthew moved out in the first place, not to mention just other stuff.
She sounds like the cause of a lot of turmoil for you. And there's a lot to unpack here.
There's a lot to say about her.
I'm sure there is a lot to say. Why don't you start at the beginning?
Like when Matthew moved out?
Sure.
It just sounds so... I just don't understand how there are people like her still in this world. She was against Matthew and Fatima from the very beginning, saying that it was some kind of phase or something like that. I don't know if it was because Fatima has brown skin, or she's Muslim, or she's just not Catholic, but it's just so embarrassing.
Embarrassing.
Interesting.
Can you tell me more about how it's embarrassing for you?
She's embarrassing. Well, she should be embarrassed, but she's not. She's entitled, and I don't want people to think that I'm...
It's okay. Just take your time. What don't you want people to think?
It's embarrassing being her daughter. So how does that make me look?
Do people look at you a certain way because you're her daughter?
Yeah. I've had to live my life a certain way because of her and her stupid beliefs, so of course people have looked at me a certain way.
They look at you in what way?
No, it's not like they look at me. Okay, so because of her, I wasn't allowed to hang out with certain people because she said so. So, yeah, people would look at me a certain way because why was I all of a sudden not their best friend? They must think that I'm some kind of...
Vanessa, did you lose someone important because you're a mom?
No. Turns out not that important.
Now that was a lie. That was a lie. I like the counseling sessions that Vanessa is going through, because she really does need to understand and heal with everything that she's gone through in life with her mother and when she ran away, and like the family dynamics. Wow. And Rose going to college and it being 4 years, 4 years is a big time jump that I was not expecting this season. I did not know that they're gonna like jump time like that. So I'm here for it though. But yeah, I really enjoyed that. Stay tuned for part 2 coming next week, next Thursday. I'll see you guys then. If you guys liked this reaction, please remember to like, comment, subscribe to push notifications on so you know when I upload next. Any comments, questions, concerns, anything you want me to react to, or any answers to questions I may have asked in this video, please leave it in the comment section down below. All available links will be in the description box, including my Patreon, which has videos that I can't upload because of copyright. Yeah, my schedule will be there too as well. So I'll see you guys there. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Remember to stay kind, y'all. I like that episode. I really did. You know? I like this part. It's part 1. 10 episodes.